So we'll let the sysprep process continue, and I'll come back to you when Mi-DevEnv boots up again and starts the installation process. So here comes Mi-DevEnv now. It's set the registry settings, remember, for auto logon. And Windows has booted up, read the registry, seen these auto logon settings, and when the auto logon completes, it then sees that there's a run command recorded in the registry, and that run command tells it to run Mi-DevEnv. So here goes Mi-DevEnv now. What Mi-DevEnv does is it runs this package installer, which is effectively like a boot script, if you like. This is the thing which coordinates multiple installations, and what it's done is run the install package for build domain controller. It's reminding us here that it's assigned a static IP address for 10.1.1.40. In the background, of course, as this domain controller script is running, the test script is still sleeping, waiting for the domain controller to complete, but as soon as that sleep period is passed, the script will continue and it will create the two requested web servers. So now that domain controller setup is complete, it's rebooting the machine. When the machine reboots, it will now have become a domain controller with Active Directory domain services or Active Directory directory services installed. So here we go now, the machine's logging in again. So Mi-DevEnv is starting up once again. Now we see in the background that the test script has finished its sleep cycle and it's now created two more virtual machines. Meanwhile, the domain controller over here is continuing to run. Over here now, the test script has completed the preparation of two new virtual machines. So on our virtual host, as well as the domain controller now, I see these two new machines have appeared, and the installation cycle for those two machines is also about to start. So let's just have a quick look at those. So we can see more or less side by side Those two machines are going to go through virtually the same cycle as the domain controller did, in that the sysprep cycle will run. After that's run completely, the machine will reboot in each of these cases, and on reboot Mi-DevEnv will continue and will install all of the web server roles and features needed, and then we'll install the requested packages for each server. So we can close the viewer down for those virtual machines and go back. And now Mi-DevEnv is complete for this machine. It's gone away, but it's left the machine logged in, ready for use. And we know that Mi-DevEnv has done its work, because when we look at the start menu and administrative tools, we can see that the Active Directory domain tools are all installed. And when we look at the properties of the computer, we can see that the machine has its correct name and it's on the domain dev.local. The product key is also in place, and activation will automatically occur in 3 days unless we manually intervene. So Mi-DevEnv just created a domain controller for us in round about 10 minutes. It's created 2 web servers for us in the same space of time, and in the background those machines are now going through their sysprep phase, and shortly after that they'll go through their software installation phase. So I'm going to leave the computer recording at this stage. Again, it won't be very exciting, but at least you'll see Mi-DevEnv will continually reboot the machine when it needs to, and one by one we'll install all of those packages like SQL Server, CRM, Microsoft Office and Visual Studio.